Hi class, and welcome to week 2 of HSA 6103. In this video, I'll briefly be going over the content pages found in this week's module. So let's get started. So as you can see, first we have our objectives. There we go. The objectives for the week. And below that are the assignments. So there are 2 assignments assigned for this week. The first one is a discussion board assignment on medical technology. You'll actually be putting together a Padlet wall on any topic in the area of medical technology that interests you. So you will be researching the topic and visually presenting it on your Padlet wall. So before I go any further, I just want to jump to the instructional content page that we have on the Padlet wall in our course. So I am going to jump to, okay, so here I am on the module section of our course. And here is the student resource module. And if you remember from the navigational video, I briefly went over the content pages found in this resource module. I'm going to be jumping to the page titled How to Build Your Padlet Wall. So what the Padlet wall is, it is that it emulates a white poster board, something that you may have used for science projects, to visually present it. But this is an electronic white poster board. And you will be able to post text, videos, images like graphs and any other images that will help you effectively convey your message to your audience. So here is an instructional video on using the Padlet wall. And here are some samples. Some text, images. I had embedded this in on this content page. And this specific one doesn't include any videos, but I strongly suggest for you to include videos. You could even post kind of a voice recording where you will record a little introduction on what your Padlet wall is covering, just to help your viewer understand the message that you are delivering through the use of your Padlet wall. Here's another one on India's healthcare system. And as you can see, here are some maps and information. Now I I embedded it and it's somewhat small, so you have to play around with viewing it in full view. But just to kind of give you an idea of what it looks like. Now, you will be creating an account when you go to Padlet.com. It is a free account and you will be able to create your Padlet wall. Make sure that it is public. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Let me go back to week 2 now. So our second assignment for this week is a quiz. It's a multiple choice, true and false quiz on chapters 1 through 4. Because remember, this week we're covering 2 chapters, chapters 4 and 5. Chapter 5 is not on quiz 1, but chapters 1 through 4 are. So make sure you've taken the time to read over the chapter, review the PowerPoints, go through the video lectures, and just make sure to go through any information presented to you in the modules covering those chapters. All right, so let me scroll a little further down here. Here we have the readings. Again, chapter 4 is on health services professionals and chapter 5 is on medical technology. And below that are the lectures for both chapters. And last but not least is our weekly checklist. Remember, you want to complete everything on this checklist before going on to the following week. This should be going to week 3, so that's a little typo on my end. All right, so let's jump to the second content page again. Here are the PowerPoint presentations, as well as the terms for each chapter. And here's some information. So for chapter 4, the first kind of like tidbit of information you're going to find is really presenting to you the differences between an MD and a DO. The similarities and the differences, and then below that, the differences between primary care and specialty care. And last for chapter 4 is some information listed on global trends in healthcare professionals. Then for chapter 5, again, it's on medical technology, and you'll find some information on how changes were brought about due to medical technology and what medical technology is all about. Our last content page found in this week's module, again, is the videos. So for chapter 4, you have a video titled, What is the Primary Care Crisis? And then below that are a couple of videos on medical technology. So the first one is on the impact of the internet on medical practices. Below that talks about the future of healthcare regarding EHRs. And then last is one that talks about telehealth or telemedicine. Once you click that next button found on the bottom right-hand side corner of your course screen, you will be taken to the links for the assignments that are due this week. So you'll be taken to the discussion board forum that's dedicated to the medical technology Padlet wall assignment. And you'll also be taken to quiz 1, which both assignments must be completed by Sunday. If you have any questions or concerns, do not hesitate to reach out to me. Take care, everyone. Bye.